Good day, beautiful people. Good day. Get your coffee, your tea, your water, your orange juice, whatever you drinking, and a little bit of me this morning. Because guess what? If you open up these two wonderful things on your face this morning, you've already started out with the blessing for today. And my prayer for you is that you continue on to receive blessings throughout the day, no matter how big or how small. But not only that you're able to recognize some of those blessings so that you could be humble and grateful so the universe will open up and pour out more blessings than you have room enough to receive. So, great day. It's Monday. We made it through the weekend. I hope you guys took an opportunity to take care of yourself. I hope your week was successful, no matter what it looks like to other people. Because I had a really successful week, regardless of what it looked like. It was a little stressful, but it was also successful. So, hmm, that wasn't okay, girl. You just doing your own thing. That was not, and it's just playing. It's just playing. It's just playing. Stop, girl. Ah. Okay, they said they trying to step their game up. They was like, listen, this is what we want you to do. Hmm. I think I'm gonna start out with this morning.
I recall all my power and all my energy back to me with divine care. Whoever, whatever is living off my light energy,
Run that back.
run it back, get your own. I'm emotionally gifted, so I must guard that gift with wisdom and firmness. My openness is emotionally generous. I must be watchful. I'm seeing who are and aren't skilled to receive. I receive what others' blind spots are, teaching me about
Good day,
budgeting my
cousin
energy,
Nikki. Good day,
setting
beautiful.
and boundaries. I have the right to tell people what they don't want to hear in the name of setting and boundaries. I also won't exhaust myself on people who ain't listening. I'm done with people pleasing. An attachment to make everyone happy with me. I won't share like how I used to share. I people wiser. I know now people pleasing isn't love, but it is fear. I am magnificent at releasing expired emotional ties to how I structure my life with people, knowledge, money, friends, nutrition, health of my body, love, and time. I'm free from over-explaining and justifying my choices. My cutoffs are personal. They're spiritual. Anyways, I call back all energy that belongs to me. I am not the caretaker of those who want to stay asleep. I release the programming of being overly responsible for the happiness of others. The divinity in me, you know what's up. Tell me who I should share my intimate energy with. I focus my energy on who sees me and skillfully respects me. Not those who are skilled in choosing their false stories about me. I notice and accept when there is unequal energy exchange. I have more mental real estate when I release people I bonded with through my trauma self and not through my healing self. Yet I am deeply grateful for the hidden gifts that divine used them for to help me see my worth. I speak the law of reciprocity and mutual exchange in my most intimate relationships. I now know misalignments are personal but vibrational. I enroll myself into believing my emotional health is to create healthy boundaries for myself. I cast away the curse of suppressing my emotions. I am free from internal violence towards my feelings. How I feel is a part of fulfilling my purpose. I explore a healthy relationship between my emotions and boundaries. If they feel like home and they feel safe to be around, I spend more time with that type. I'm learning how to interpret people's energy, especially those I love. I emit my own frequency and monitor how much energy I absorb from events, social media, texting, conversations, entertainment, and thinking. I attract connections where my love languages are value, explore, and
Good day, Miss Kate. Good day, beautiful.
I gotta keep that same energy, no matter what. I surround myself with emotionally mature allies that are strong when I am vulnerable. I vow to not play nice just to be named nice. My circle got like a lowercase o, and I love it here. I'm laughing because I have no clue what's here. But god dang it, I'm gonna get curious.
I know that's
and lean
right.
into it like I know it will all be all good for me.
Cause it
Good
will.
for us. I have people in my life. I don't have to re-examine, to reposition in my life. I am honest with who really got what it takes to connect with me and what I offer to connection. On some real-ish, my worth is not based on how much I give. Even if I'm misinterpreted or misunderstood, I know I'm not being distant. I am now gravitating to the vibes that best suit my energy. I'm picky with who I allow into my inner courts. I am my own verification. I embrace learning relational intelligence to enrich how I relate and invite others to relating deeper, even if parts of me are still tender. I am surrounded only by others who feel like honey. I have the wisdom to see through agendas, to play any individual or collective racial wounds against my emotional energy and free thinking. The power within me is stronger than the 1% attempts to control my energetic wealth and well-being. My energy is the truest wealth in existence. I am made in the image of God, and I am opening to realizing that more. This is my truest identity, and no one can tell me otherwise. 2019 was a launching pad to my truest thrive ever. I'm selective where I place my emotional resources and jewels. I open up to only those worthy of my trust. I work connections that have spiritual depth. I no longer have to be the strong one, the spiritual one. I have accepted a aligned tribe. I now know that toxic energy of those close to me are not alchemized by my spiritual relationship with myself and kindness towards them, with a swiftness and humility. I bow out of that and let
Good
their life
day,
be their
Alex.
teacher.
Good day, beautiful.
I love people, but my energy tolerance budget is hella bougie.
It's
I got
Ella
much more budget
Bougie.
on this energy here. Hey, 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 hey.
She said her energy budget is Ella Bougie. So good day, good day. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I hope you took the opportunity to take care of yourself. And guess what? Pay attention to what happened throughout the whole week. You had a weekend to adjust, to take care of yourself, to reset, to renew, to redo, and everything else. And the thing is that our card was Success Friday. And success is whatever it looks like to you. And I absolutely had a successful week. I didn't say I didn't have a stressful week, because it was. It was stressful, but it was also successful. Everything that I set out to do, I was able to accomplish with the help of other people, but I was able to get through a successful week. And so I'm grateful for that. I took the weekend to adjust, to clean out some spaces, to move some stuff around so that I can get the moves, things a little get them a little accustomed to what we got going on here. And hopefully tomorrow morning will be school day, because school starts back tomorrow. So good day, good day, good day, everybody. Let's get these affirmations for the weekend, as well as a law of attraction card, because it's Monday morning. And then we're going to get us a mystical shaman card this morning. So let's get it this morning. The first one for Saturday says, I stopped and smelled the flowers today. I take a beauty break and enjoy nature in all her glory. I stop and smell the flowers today. I take a beauty break and enjoy nature in all her glory. And did you say I'm muted? Okay, hold up. Let me make sure I'm hooked up to something. Hold on. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I got up because I want to make sure that I ain't hooked up to nothing. And she said, I can hear you. I was finna say the whole song didn't play. Nobody said they could hear the song or nothing. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Because I want to make sure y'all can hear. I don't want to be talking and y'all can't hear me. Okay. 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 So the first affirmation says, I stop and smell the flowers today. I take a beauty break and enjoy nature in all her glory. And I do stop and take a beauty break. I stop and pay attention to nature. It's so funny because as we are growing stuff in the backyard, I have Alex. Remember when we was younger and we used to see them huge bumblebees? I'm talking about the fat ones, not wasps, not stuff trying to sting you. I'm talking about bumblebees with the hair on them and everything. Baby, when I say big old bumblebees, that's what I'm paying attention to this weekend. That's so funny because I'm looking at the bumblebees. We were out gardening and getting stuff together so that we could finish up, and huge, this big bumblebees. I was so, yeah, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen a huge bumblebee like that in forever. And so I'm grateful to be creating an atmosphere in which I can see all of these. And no, I'm not a bug person. I don't like bugs, just like most of y'all don't either. I don't like mosquitoes and all of that other stuff. But nature is something else. To watch the birds, to watch the bees pollinate from the roses and the flowers in which we've planted outside, and the birds to mess with the flowers as well. Watching the whole circle of life, and the grass to be growing, the trees to be blooming, our peach tree starting to bloom out some flowers, which means that we'll probably get peaches this year. Our lemon tree starting to bloom out flowers, which means that we'll probably get lemons this year. You see what I'm saying? So all of those things are wonders to me, but guess what? They're wondrous as well because we've been growing some stuff. We've been doing some stuff around here. So I stopped over the weekend and took the opportunity to pay attention to nature and what's going on. And the fact that our weather is wonky. It went from cold to super hot to cold to whatever. Anyways, so Sunday's affirmation says, I know that it is never too late to learn something new. For all of us older women, quit playing. Quit playing. Not to mention, when I came to Detroit, Anya gave me a pink lemonade blueberry. She gave me 2 pink lemonade blueberries. We growing pink lemonade blueberries. Do you hear me? So we growing pink lemonade blueberries, we growing peaches, we growing lemons, and we growing pomegranate tree. So we gonna have all the lemonade, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And it says, I know that it is never too late to learn something new. So for all, girl, we doing it. And so for all of those and for all of us that feel like, oh, I'm 50 years old, I'm 60 years old, you learn something new every day. Don't take that away from yourself. Don't say that, oh, I'm older, I'm stuck, I'm this. You not. You can keep learning, you can keep exploring, you can keep having adventures, all of those things. It's never too late to learn something new. You know how when they rolled out this internet thing and all of the older people was like, shit, I'm not getting on that. Look at us doing that thing and stuff, because everything gonna keep evolving whether we want it to or not. So we can stay stubborn and not learn the stuff, or we can learn it in the capacity in which we need it, or whatever the case may be. But you are never never too old to learn. So this one has Saturday, Sundays on there. It says, I choose meaningful downtime that centers my energy, strengthens my focus, celebrates my experiences, and nurtures my relationships. I'm going to say it again, that I choose meaningful downtime. That means what I'm doing on my time, that I don't got nothing else to do. I choose meaningful downtime that centers my energy, strengthens my focus, celebrates my experiences, and nurtures my relationships. And it's so funny because at the moment, I'm reading a book. So with my downtime, when I get the opportunity to sit still or whatever, I pick this book up and I'm reading through this book. And it's got me quite interested or whatever the case may be. But it's meaningful to me because the things that's in the book are things that I'm interested in. It centers my energy. It gives me the opportunity to be quiet and just hone in on something else. It strengthens my focus because remember I told you I can't. So some of us we can't stay focused, and it didn't used to be like this. You used to sit down and watch a program without moving. Now your brain all over the damn place. Reading a book stops me so that I can read and focus and I can pay attention and I can use the skills in which I was given to imagine what is going on. And so celebrates my experiences as well because I'm grateful to be able to focus, to be able to sit still, or all of those things. And so, and it nurtures my relationships, not even with other people, but with myself. It nurtures my relationship with myself because I get time to think, to revamp, to renew, to reset, to redo, to sit still, to be quiet, to all of those things are about me. And so I'm so grateful for all of that. So I hope that you guys are taking the opportunity to do those things for yourself as well. Let's get Monday's affirmation because I'm getting it this morning. Monday, today, it says, I willingly release the need for struggle and suffering. I deserve to have a fulfilling life and I accept it now. I ain't putting no extra words in there. That's what it says. It says, I willingly release the need for struggle and suffering. I deserve to have a fulfilling life and I accept it now. I do. I release the need to be struggling. We ain't always struggling. We was in survival mode because that's what we do. We be stuck in survival mode because we don't know how to survive. And so it's like when you get in some water, like somebody throw you in some water and you don't know how to swim and you trying to dog paddle or whatever. This is how our life was younger or whatever the case may be. We was in survival mode. So celebrate the fact that you ain't in survival mode no more, that you are releasing the need to struggle because you don't have to struggle. Sometimes we see the stuff that we want and we can't get it right there. We like, oh, I'm struggling. You're not struggling. You want something. It's okay. You're going to work towards it. But when you get out of the mentality of suffering, when you get out of the mentality of being in survival mode, you know that all of your needs are going to be met, regardless of what's going on this outside world. You know that you're going to be taken care of. You know you're going to be direct. You're going to be guided direct where you're supposed to be at. And so, accept you and everything about you. You are doing absolutely amazing. You don't have to be struggling just because even your friends around you. The funny thing is that sometimes the struggle be real, but it makes us who we are. We talk mess and be like, girl, the struggle real. But you've been doing that thing. When you look at it, You really been doing that thing. You've been holding up a whole family, been able to, keep that job. You been fandangling a car in the house. You've been feeding your whole family as well as yourself. You've been able to pay the bills and all of those things. So celebrate all of that. It's when you can't do those things that you still stuck in survival mode, because you be like, shit, how am I gonna even pay for this stuff? But you got the capacity to be able to do anything. And so no more struggling. And sometimes it's not even monetary that we struggle with. Sometimes we struggling with our mental, because we be going crazy. But it's okay. You're doing great. Keep going. The last affirmation says, getting out of your mind story begins with getting out of your mind. It says, go out there and do more. Thicken the plot. Meet new people. Add characters. Live a full life. Create page turners. I like this. I like this for me because I'm not the outgoing person. I'm not the person that's going to just go out there and just do more. I will. Yes, I will. But not talking to people or things like that. But I'll thicken the plot on some stuff. I will do that. Meeting new people, I'm having a hard time with that, but I'm progressively moving forward. It said add characters to your life. Live a full life. Create page turners. Because when people talk about your life, give them something to talk about. Because you're doing absolutely amazing, beautiful. Everybody don't have to like what you're doing, as long as you like it. As long as you love what you're doing and love yourself, nobody have to agree with what you got going on. But they'll sure talk about it. So give them something to talk about. They can go and turn the page on that and keep on talking, because you're going to keep on being wonderful. So let's get us a law of attraction card. There's Maddie Patty Pie over here trying to adjust too. You guys, I want y'all to please say a prayer for her, because I think her poor emotions all over the place. She hasn't had to share other than with her brother. And Maddie is a sharing, kind, compassionate person. But I think she likes Damier in a way that she should not like him. And he doesn't like her at all. Ain't that some funny thing? Like, because she has Down syndrome, he seems to be acting a little strange. So he doesn't want to play with her, and he doesn't want to talk to her. And so I've been having my own challenges, you guys, but I'm working through them. I'm explaining to him what's going on and what's going on with her and why she's not up to par with what he feels like she should be or whatever, but you can't mistreat her. That's the boo-boo stank that live here too. So you gotta, if you want somebody to love on you, you gotta love on them too. And so with that being said, I'm trying to make it work, you guys. It's not always easy. I'm just saying that. So sometimes I gotta get out my own head. So, that's funny, because even when we say sometimes I gotta get out my own head, it says I can reach for a better feeling thought. I can reach for a better feeling thought. And so sometimes we attribute the things that happen in our life with things that then already happened, and we, respond the same way. I'm trying to be different, even with dealing with this particular situation. I know that kids are manipulative sometimes and all kind of stuff. Great day, Michelle. Great day, beautiful. But I, as a parent, as a grandparent, can reach for a better feeling thought, and so that I can give them a better feeling so that they can respond better. I need to choose better so that they can choose better, or give them the option of being able to choose better. It says, From your non-physical vantage point, you understood the external, eternal, no, eternal. You understood the eternal, evolving nature of your being and the promise that this leading edge, contrasting environment held. You understood the powerful law of attraction and the fairness and accuracy with which it responds to the free will of all creators. By reaching for the best feeling thought you can find, you will shiver with exhilaration as you reconnect with your purpose, with your zest for life, and with you. Reach for a better feeling thought. So it's easy for us to think about the stuff that can go wrong, that will go wrong, and all of those things because I had those same thoughts as well. But if I focus on the here and now, the things that's going on right now, and even as I'm processing stuff, think a better feeling thought. He's going to be great. Everything is going to be fine. He's going to adjust and not look at the bad things or the things that I think that he's been through or whatever the case may be, but give him love and protection and understanding and peace and kindness and support and the things in which he needs. Guess what? Everything will turn out just fine because my thought process will be in a better space than where I wanted it to be at. And I'll get him to thinking better too. So, even in the midst of the problems that we be having, even in the midst of the stuff that's going on in our life, they said you can always choose to think something better. I know shit be happening. I know stuff be on the flow, and we be like, shit, this is going down. That's how I felt last week, you guys. I felt like shit was going down. I was like, oh my God, it is going haywire. I don't know how to function. But guess what? I had really good friends, a really good tribe that talked me through the process that said, hey, girl, don't lose your shit right now. Everything gonna be good. I know you see it like this, and this. I know you ain't want to be raising another kid, but all is well. I had people, even when I was thinking negative, that threw some positive thoughts right back at me. Hey, we ain't gonna do this. You gonna get yourself together. I know that's not what you was thinking. I know this ain't how you seen your life, but everything gonna be okay, T. You gonna work this out just like you've been working everything else out. And I appreciate all of them kind words because they kept me balanced right where I needed to be at, you guys. And so all I needed was to change my thought process. And I'm still in the process of changing it. Even when we was thinking, Alex, this Negro ain't gonna show up, because that's what we was thinking. We was like, but guess what? Even with our thought process of saying that this Negro ain't gonna show up, he ain't gonna do what he's supposed to do. Even with the thought process, guess what we said after that? I said, Alex, we're gonna hold our hope. This is what I said. Even with our thought process, like this Negro might not do what we need him to do. Alex, we're gonna hold our hope. She gonna be on standby. She did just that, but it proved both of us wrong. But our thought process left the door open. That's how we were able to be proved wrong, Alex, because our thought process left the door open for him to come in or to not to come at all. So instead of saying, hey, this Negro ain't gonna show up, what we said is that I hope that he show up and she on standby and I'm on standby. So if he do show up, we gonna get this done. And so yeah, we were both wrong with what we were thinking, but the way that we set it up, it came out just right. So we left a door open with our thought process, and we don't understand that. Sometimes we don't understand that, but we did just great, Alex. I like how we worked that out. And sometimes we just don't understand that, hey, your thoughts do everything. We could have stayed right there with that and said, oh, well, he ain't going to show up and this is going to be X, Y, and Z. And he wouldn't have showed up and we wouldn't have got the stuff that we needed and blah, 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 this and this. But what we did was, our mind might have went to, because guess what? He was showing all those tendencies that he might not show up. But guess what happened? We left the door open. we was like, well, if he do, we gonna be ready and everything gonna be okay. So we left the door open. So we left his free will available to say that, hey, either I'm gonna do the right thing or I'm not gonna do the right thing. We didn't throw out the energy of, nah, he ain't coming, and he said, shit, I ain't coming. So even if he didn't want to come, maybe some of that positive energy got him where he needed to be at. That's what I'm saying, you guys, about leaving the door open. And by choosing a good thought, we were able to get what we needed. And so I'm so grateful. We got the blade. I don't know what that means, but I'm ready for it this morning so that we can get this Monday morning cracking. It says the blade represents sharpness of the mind. Just talking, telling you guys what I perceive, the sharpness of your mind. It says the body and the spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. The blade it says, wield it wisely, and it will transmit power. Sorry. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energy cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. Did you hear that? You hear the difference between how either you yield your sword or you use it with anger. So when you yield the sword, when you using a knife or whatever the case may be, and you have a purpose behind it, it says it can be a powerful tool because it can be used to cut energetic cords. It can also sever toxic relationships. But if you use it out of anger, all you're going to do is hurt somebody else. So you're going to stab, you're going to slash, you're going to kill, because that's what you know to do with this thing. It says, you are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not a suspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power. So take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheath, pull the blade out. Unsheath the blade and use it wisely. Because some of us still have ties to stuff that we need to cut and get rid of. Some of us still have things that we are trying to let go of from our past. Some of us still have some toxic relationships in which we need to sever. And so they said, don't be hesitant. Whip that thing out and go on and cut those cords, cut those toxic ties from all those things and people and situations in which no longer serves you, that no longer is beneficial to your life. It said it is time to put down the sword and place it back in the scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are tying you to the drama at hand. Set yourself free. And so what it is saying is that when you are angry, when you are hurt, when you are undecisive, don't pull that knife out then, because you're gonna do some stuff that you might not want to do. It said wait till your fire then cooled off a little bit. It ain't gotta be all the way gone, but wait till the fire then died down a little bit and you able to think a little clear, and then you wield that knife and you cut them relationships, you cut them ties, you cut that problem, that situation, all of those things, because you are absolutely amazing. You are the captain of your own ship. And sometimes we dig ourselves into a hole and we don't know how to get out. But the thing is that you do know how to get out. If you stop thinking out of anger and frustration and toxicity, when you take your time and you breathe through the process and you say, damn, I can pull this knife out and maybe I can stab here and pull up and stab there and pull up. But you can't do none of that if you mad, because you got fire in your heart and you got fire in your brain and everything is on fire and all you thinking about is setting shit on fire. That's not how you're supposed to use your knife. They said if you want to cut toxic things and you want to cut bold relationships and you want to let go of stuff that don't serve you no more, then use your knife in a capacity that you're supposed to, not to stab and slash and hurt and kill other people, but as a tool to help you so that you don't have to do those things. You have been doing absolutely amazing. And I hope that you had a wonderful, successful weekend. And as you go into this week, start off knowing that you are blessed, you are kind, you are understood, you are peaceful, you are everything that you need to be and so much more. Know that you don't always have to fight fire with fire. You don't always have to be a beast, as we call it. You can be quiet and still get the same results. And you guys are doing amazing. And even as you watch me go through the stuff that I go through, I hope that it gives you hope that even in the midst of stuff, things will be okay. Because they will be. Because they have to be. Because you are okay. And you are doing great. And forgive yourself for the times that you weren't. And move forward. And yield your knife the way that you need to cut energetic ties and things away from you that no longer are giving you peace and comfort. And I love you guys so very much. You are perfectly imperfect for you and the people around you. You are loved, you are kind, you are peaceful. You are also warriors. And you are everything that you need to be. And I love you right where you are. Because who am I to judge? I got my own stuff going on. And thank you, Miss K, for just being beautiful, inside and out. Nobody knows what most of us got going on. But during this 30 minutes in this hour of the day, we can get some positive love, some affirmations, some get right to our souls so we can start our day out knowing that we are perfectly imperfect and that we are doing our absolute best. And so I love you right where you are. And have a wonderful day. And I'm going to see y'all right back here tomorrow morning for the card of the day. Please keep praying for me, you guys, because it's tough. I'm working it out. And so hopefully tomorrow be school day. It is for one at least. So I'm trying for the other. So you guys have a wonderful day. And I love you guys so very much. And I'll see you right here tomorrow for the card of the day. Bye-bye.